This is my, oh look at this, the Lover to the Hierophant. You know that this is something, it's almost like it's already official. Hello Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing your reading. So this is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I wanted to say Jupiter, so I guess if you have Jupiter in Scorpio too, you welcome. Feel free to watch this. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so yet. And all the information about private readings and courses, different things that are currently offered in the description box. We are still open as of the moment I'm recording this. Don't know for how much longer, so if you wanted something, it's there. What else do I want to say? I think this is it. This was quick. So let's go into your tarot. Let's see, I kind of just want to see the general energy for Scorpios. There's a lot of energy. We're going to have lunar eclipse in May, on May 5th. Instead of Scorpio, we are about to have Mercury retrograde in the sign of Taurus, starting on April 21st all the way till May 14th. So for you, it's important because this is your relationship house. So a change in relationship, a transformation of existing relationship, movement in relationship, whatever, you know, resonates with you, makes sense. Also, it's about contracts. It's about you. I feel like growing your resources, finances, alliances, things like this. So let's see what's gonna come up for you guys. Actually, I kind of want to start with this oracle to get general energy. But yes, April 21st all the way to May 14th, right after the eclipse on April 20th, there is going to be a lot of action happening in your relationship, and especially looking at how this Mercury retrograde starts with about, I think it's either 15 or 16 degrees of Taurus. This is where Venus and Uranus conjunction just happened in March. So there's definitely something happening for sure. It's like for most of you, especially with placements in those degrees, but honestly, anyone with Scorpio placements will feel that. First, we had Venus there just in March, meeting with Uranus, planet of change, and now we have this Mercury retrograde that starts in the same exact place where that unexpected change, where the transformation occurred. This is also the same exact place where we had the lunar eclipse in Taurus that happened in November. What was that, November 5 or 8? I forgot the date exactly, but in the beginning of November, we had eclipse in that exact place. And we are going to have an eclipse, another eclipse on May 5th, opposite of that place. So there's something about right about the middle of the zodiac sign of Taurus, which again, you know, will also apply for those of you who are in the middle of Scorpio, where there's so much change happening. So because it's in the middle, right, in this like 15-16 degrees of Taurus affecting 15-16 degrees of Scorpio, of course people, especially with those degrees, will feel it. However, because it's literally in the middle of the sign, both the eclipse that happened in November that brought you this change and the Uranus-Venus conjunction that's been happening and that happened in March, the retrograde of Uranus right around the middle, you know, of Taurus too, and the eclipse that's coming in May. You see how many things kind of like are stacking in the same direction? I really do feel like everybody with Scorpio will feel it, because again, it's right in the middle. It's not in the very beginning, it's not in the very end, that only like late born Scorpios feel it, or early born Scorpios, or with the early placements feel it. It's like right in the middle, so everybody feels it. I think, of course, especially people with those placements. And also the retrograde, I believe, ends on May 14. Exactly, also like Mercury is aligning with North Node. So there is a change. There's definitely new beginnings. There is change. There is transformation. Let's see. So all my Scorpios. Look at this, and what did I just say? There is movement, there is change. Spirit of the river, movement toward adventure. So for a lot of you, this is about, first of all, becoming unstuck. Again, I don't really feel like you guys are stuck right now, but if you still feel like you want maybe more movement, you want more progress, this wish is granted. That's for sure. You're really spreading your wings and flying. And we have here deep quiet, meditation and stillness. I feel like if maybe you resonate with the idea that, oh, there was not so much happening, I wish more happened and faster, I really think you needed to ground yourself. Sometimes before something really major happens, we do need to be prepared for this. So I feel like if there's been any kind of like quiet before the storm, so to say, that was there so that you could prepare yourself, so that you could fully step into this new beginning. We have here crossing, the initiation, because it is true. Things are happening for you. Things are unfolding. There are new beginnings here, and you're about to go through. I feel like once you go through this bridge, once you go through this door, not to say like you are not going to be able to come back in a negative way or in a limiting way, but it's like, why come back to where you don't want to be anymore? Does it make sense? It's almost like once you step through this door, it's kind of like once you wake up, you can never, you know, fall asleep again, in a way, like once you spiritually awaken, I guess. I don't know. Something like once you take, was like in the Matrix, what was it, the whichever one that, you know, took Neo to awakening, right? Once you go through this new beginning, once you take this first breath, there is no going back. It's like, you know, for some of you, this is something that's already happening. There's a new beginning. I think for a lot of you, this, like, this project you've been contemplating to start or not to start, it feels like old reality is shattered right in front of your eyes. And again, this is not in a bad way or some kind of scary way. It's more like nothing is the way it used to be anymore. It could be in your life. It could be also in the life of somebody you're connecting with. Things just changed so much, and you see how there were so many things that were just false. They were not true. I think this came up in one of your readings recently, where it was your person who is realizing that they are not really living their truth, or they've not been living their truth. Yeah, and look at this. We have here again this card's coming up. This was your card for April. Confidence in your magic. So it's very, very important for you to have confidence in whichever it is you are creating, and not allow like whatever energies around you kind of like make you doubt yourself or question yourself. And look at this. In the hand, the universe is your partner. So you like literally have everything you want, everything you need right at the tip of your fingers right now. You are like in this godlike energy, you know, creating your new reality, creating your new universe. Let's see what else. And we have here, and look at this. And again, even though I want to stress this, I do not feel like you are stagnant or stuck. If you've been feeling this for whatever reason, or if you just in general feel like you want more movement, you want more like adventure, you want things to unfold faster, it's gonna happen, don't worry. But look at this, how many cards we have for new beginnings. Moon Maiden, new beginnings, first breath, beginner's mind, and the crossing, initiation. All these cards talk about some major new beginning. So I don't know what it is, how, because that would depend on your chart exactly, but I really feel like you're about to experience one of the most, if not the most important new beginning in your life. Could have to do, honestly, with the solar eclipse also in Aries, which is like a very important one, 29th degree of Aries, critical degree, you know, not maybe the most stable, I feel like, for the world, but I feel like for you, because you are, you know, a Scorpio, sometimes with Scorpios, it's like certain things that happen in the world that are stressful. For you, somehow, it's not, it's in fact, you know, because you guess you are the Scorpio, there's many nuances, so I don't want to get into it now. But there's something here about basically, this is the most important new beginning of your life. This is why you're here, I'm hearing. Preparations come to fruition, so I do really feel like whatever it is you've been manifesting, you know, it's everything is materializing now. And you already see this. This is not something that you're just waiting for and you're like wondering when will this finally happen. It's been happening. And it's just like it's unfolding and unfolding, and it's this process of unfolding. But it's also like, for you, I feel like the most important place to be right now is the place where, you know, you're very carefully, like you are choosing how to observe things. Because if you've ever been feeling lost, or if whoever around you, it could be your person is feeling lost, needing direction, maybe they are just starting this process where like they're starting seeing all the synchronicities and how the world works. I feel like you're this person who, once you rise from your own, you know, like this card says, disowned self, once you rise from your own, maybe you gave up your voice a while back. Maybe, you know, like, I've been rereading The Alchemist recently, just started actually. You know how it says, right, like we have this personal legend, but many people give up our personal legend so early in life. Maybe you've been gifted with very like very distinct, very powerful voice, but you've been sort of watering yourself down and not really speaking your mind, or some kind of way you express something or do something in this world, or live certain way. I don't know, something about you. It could be a million different things, but you've been kind of disowning yourself, now really stepping up to the plate. And if you've been transforming this lately, I feel like you finding yourself again is what helps this person also to find themselves. Also, I feel like with Feast of Plenty, choices and consequences, you have a lot of choices coming up. That's not necessarily about love. I feel like for whatever reason, I'm hearing word money and resources. So there is something where you cannot have things on autopilot now. This is actually important. You cannot have things on autopilot now necessarily, because there's a lot of things that are being connected for you now with connectivity card. And I feel like even certain sacred contracts, if you want to put it this way, like let's just say you've had this, I don't know, maybe you've had some kind of agreement with someone, if you believe in that kind of thing, or something that's been promised to you. It's about to come into effect. I don't know what this means. As one door closes, because clearly there's this new beginnings, as one door closes, you keep your eye, I feel like, on something here, and it's like intentionality, and it has to do with this love. So for some of you, you experience this connection where, you know, it's like there's a lot of things you're meant to do, maybe with this person somehow, or they inspire you to do these things, or you inspire them, something along those lines. But it's very important for you to come into this connection, into this dynamic with the right consciousness. Somebody could be 39 here, I'm just seeing, because this union here is happening. So we have this manifesting. And I feel like once it starts right away, there's going to be a lot of things to do. I don't know what this means. Because it has to do with protecting the future and a lot of things to pay attention to. In the past, I feel like for some of you, if you feel like you should have met this person earlier, just again, this is a message just for some of you. Maybe it was delayed because you went in a different direction in life, but I feel like you always were watching, or this person was watching you somehow. And now with this Garden of Venus, it's like this is the time, you know, to not wander between realms anymore, to not question what direction you want to take in life, but instead go straight into this almost like paradise feeling. Yeah, there is this bold step forward towards the future that you're creating, towards your life. And I feel like you and this person are finding this true home in each other. I'm hearing, I've been living in a house but not a home. So I don't know, maybe you already been with someone, or you had certain situation, or they had, but it's like it never felt like a true home. There were elements of it. I don't want to, you know, ditch it completely, but something about this that just feels right. And things are turning in your favor now. Let's see, yeah, look at this again. Something, we got home twice here. House and home, I just said this literally. So something here about home versus house, changing communities, changing friendships, that's also connected with creativity, creative inspiration. Maybe even like, look at this, music here is twice. So we have joyful music and whale song. Something about music for some of you. And reconciling with the path that you maybe abandoned before. Again, it doesn't, look at this, they're reconciling with a path you abandoned before, and I got lost compass, getting back to integrity. Okay, this message might be very specific for some people. I actually myself resonate with it kind of a little bit. So, but I know that very often when I say something specific, which I feel like no one's gonna resonate with, you all are like messaging me lately and saying, oh my God, that's exactly my story. So yeah, I don't know. So there is something here definitely, especially if you feel like you've gone on a wrong path or separated from your purpose, intention. With lost compass, you're getting back to this integrity, and the time is right now. The time, I'm hearing, the time is right. Because you're not in this pain anymore. You've let go, I feel like, even pain that was not even yours to start with. And there's a lot of change that's happening now. You need to be adaptable. And you need to not be scared of this change, but instead kind of like approach it with curiosity. Because you will have the resources, look at this, you will have the resources you need to make your dreams come true. There's a lot of lessons you've already learned, so you're not like new, how to say you're not new, like, it's not like a new completely journey. You need to, there's something here with needing to replenish, because there's so many changes that is still happening. And we have here treasures hidden in the shadows, the face. I also feel like some of you will come into some kind of victory of money, or some kind of very lucky circumstance, because it does have to do with almost like there is this divine feminine that's blessing you. And You know, you don't need to be scared of anything. Some of you are scared. You're like, I'm not sure if I should make this change in my life all the way completely. Actually, it talks about here this perfect storm that maybe is happening around you, or I don't know, in the world or whatever, or just you feeling scared of any changes. If you are, it's giving you the courage to step into something, to really surrender to this process and live in more joy, because possibilities for you right now are limitless. And oh my god, I didn't plan this to make like a full oracle reading, but and yeah, and you know what I just said, right? There's something here about coming into abundance, coming into money, prosperity, something lucky. There is something here that has to do with literally being blessed with resources. It's like a very lucky time. Look at this. I cannot believe the cup one after the other. It's almost like somebody might be like, hey, you always wanted to do this. Here is the money, or here is the opportunity. I want to help you. Somebody's going to help you. Again, I'm not telling you like wait for someone to help you, but if you need to manifest help, or if you've been manifesting resources, they could come from anywhere. Because I feel like there's so many things you're not supposed to do, but like so many things you could do. Maybe you've been scared to be your authentic self or truly take the path you wanted to because you were scared of survival. Many of us are. But it's almost like now there is some kind of power that shows up and brings you an opportunity. I feel like you might have like a benefactor, somebody who could be very wealthy or somebody who could be very successful. So whatever obstacles there were, which didn't allow you maybe to go fully all the way in the direction you wanted to before, right now it's like repairing the veil. Maybe you even have a situation where you know that there was a certain person you were supposed to work with earlier together, or somebody was supposed to help you financially or whatever, and like people didn't really show up in your life, or circumstances didn't show up in your life in the way that you hoped to, so that you could, you know, whatever, manifest your vision. But now it's almost like everything is being corrected, everything is being put together. Especially these two cards I feel like are important. Let me see. Lost Compass and this Fortune's Wheel. Like you felt very lost maybe before, and you felt like, I don't know if this is the correct place for me to be. Something about 23, 35 could be important. Maybe dates, maybe numbers. I'm not sure what it is. But now it's like you're going back to like everything is right. You are setting yourself correct, something like that. So this was the oracle reading. I'm going to timestamp this. Again, this is very big energy because we have both Mercury retrograde happening in your 7th house. We have the eclipse happening right in the sign of Scorpio on May 5th. We also have, what else we have? We have Jupiter entering your 7th house next month. Literally so much going on, and honestly I cannot believe that it's already half year freaking gone. I don't know how this works. So now we're gonna go into tarot specifically. Okay, you guys, let's do your tarot. And as always, if you enjoy these longer videos, please give a big thumbs up. So I don't know if you like them or not. Hope you do. So let's start with, you know, I haven't used the Mermaid Tarot in a while. Let's go into Mermaid Tarot. These are so cute. Let's see what's gonna happen. First row is you, second row your person. Ooh, you're showing up as High Priestess. Stay Scorpio. I do like this energy for some reason very much. We have here, ooh, I was gonna say like usually Death card comes up when it's like really a strong reading, but here we have High Priestess and Death card showing up right away. Let's see, we have 10 of Cups. I'm hearing now that you got what you wanted. So you get what you want. 8 of Wands. We also have here 3 of Swords. And we have here the Devil. I will take one more card. No, you got what you wanted. Let's see, one more. And we have here 4 of Cups. There is gonna be someone you will say no to. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Someone who I feel like rejected you before, but let's see. Second row is going to be the person you're most dominantly connecting with now. 7 of Wands. We have 7 of Swords. We also have Queen of Swords. We also have King of Wands. We have the 2 of Wands. Let's see. We have the 7 of Cups. And we have here the the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. I feel like no matter what's going on, even if some things like are all over the place, the love is blossoming no matter what. In the result of this love, I do feel like there is going to be a sense of somebody left behind. Again, I don't feel like it's you or your person, but I feel like if you've had anybody in your life before, even if it was a partner from like a few years back who you're not even together with anymore, but maybe they're still hoping, you know, sometimes until we fully like start a serious relationship with someone new, there's someone who's still hoping maybe to be with us. So I'm just getting there's this energy where the love between you and another person here blossoms, but there are some people who are left behind. So let's talk about this, you know, piece by piece. First, what I'm getting from this, first and foremost, is that you are getting to the place where you want to be. With High Priestess especially, something you maybe have been manifesting, something you've been, you know, something you've been very sure of, like something you've been confident in. So maybe you had specific outcome in mind that you wanted to create for yourself, for your life, for your relationship, maybe with this person, just maybe overall, it is happening. And with the Death card, it's like, it's, you know how I'm seeing this here? It's almost like you have this part of you, which we all know, all Scorpios do, where when you truly decide that you want something, you're not going to stop at anything. Like you are going to move, I don't know, mountains or something, right? To create what is it you want. You, like if a Scorpio really knows what they want, right? If it really, really persists, if it really, really goes for it, you know, that's not, you cannot really do anything. Scorpio's going to get what they want, right? And with 10 of Cups and 8 of Wands, I feel like for some of you, this is about, of course, happiness, fulfillment, what you always wanted, that makes you feel like finally you're not, you know, at the depth of the darkest ocean anymore, but you what you want, where you want to be. Now, what's interesting with 3 of Swords, the Devil, and 4 of Cups, which we will clarify, is that it does kind of open some, I don't want to say doors, but it's like with 3 of Swords to the Devil, for some of you, this is also about kind of like, I'm getting that you're gonna end it with someone. And I don't know if you've had like multiple people you were dealing with, or there was some other previous situation that you had to end in order to step into this, you know, to what you've been manifesting. I'm just getting that there is a sense here where there might have been somebody from your past who you've been trying to manifest before. And you know what I'm getting? It might not be for all of you, so use your own brain, obviously, when you're listening to this. But I feel like, you know, when sometimes you're manifesting something and a lot of people or a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of your previous desires show up at first. So let's just say like I met Peter, you know, just throw in a random name. I met Peter and I don't know, I want to live in a beautiful place where I have my own farm. Let's just put it this way. And, you know, like I'm about to manifest Peter and the farm, but suddenly like, I don't know, let's just say Nick or I don't know, Thomas that I was in love with, I don't know, 2 years ago or something, shows up and tells me that all this time they've been thinking about me. And I'm like, what the heck? This happens very, very often. In fact, some of you who are into manifesting especially, you probably do know that it's not a urban legend or it's not a myth. It really does happen this way, where not necessarily before you manifest who you actually want to be with. It's not about that. It's more like you're not even trying to manifest that thing from the past, but somehow it shows up too, because I guess before you wanted that, so all your desires start manifesting, even the ones from the past. Something along those lines. I feel like this person in the past has not been interested in you, and mainly that had to do probably with I feel like it mainly had to do with maybe not necessarily that they didn't want you. I feel like they either had an addiction or were not in a good place to be, because what I'm seeing here, 4 of Cups, the Devil, 3 of Swords, and this did break your heart previously. You couldn't understand, like, what the heck, what did I do wrong? We were so good for each other. This really felt like it was promising, and I thought this person really loved me. You were offering them your cup of love, but they didn't really reciprocate. You felt like there was a situation like this before, for sure. And I'm just getting, for some of you, this person, actually, maybe you experiencing this heartbreak was what inspired you to kind of put a pause to the cycle that you experience in your life. Like, no more. I'm going to create a whole different reality for myself. I'm going to rise to the surface. And I'm just getting that this person kind of played their role in your life by inspiring you to move out of this difficult cycle. But I do feel like that now they are back and they want to be with you, but you don't want them anymore. Again, it's not the same person that I'm seeing here. I feel like it's someone else, because this to me almost like are two distinct different energies, with this Eight of Wands being in the center. So there was some kind of, maybe it's even last November, something happened last October, last November, during the eclipses of last season, where you really had no choice but to rise, to really change the pattern, to really change the narrative, to really change your story. And now you are in this other situation that you created, manifested. But I feel like that is also coming in, and we'll see more what's happening there. Now let's look at the person you're connecting with. We have the Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups. So I feel like they are kind of in a similar boat. And hear me out. Not obviously exactly like this, but more so. There is also something here about the central row, you with Eight of Wands and them with King of Wands, where both for you and this person, there has been definitely like a breaking point, something that happened where there's no going back to the past anymore. Maybe even, I'm just gonna say, put it out there, for them as well, it happened during eclipses last year too. Something happened in their life in October, November, where maybe a previous relationship has broken apart, beyond what could be repaired. Maybe their partner cheated on them. Maybe their partner was abusive in some way. I don't know what happened, but basically it almost felt like it would never fall apart, but it did. And I feel like for them, that has opened their path towards them really starting considering other options, whatever their situations before it was. They started really considering their options, and this is how maybe they saw you originally. While you were healing from heartbreak, while you were also changing something in their life. And with the Five of Cups, there's something here where you both are really getting each other. You both are really connecting. You both understand each other, not even necessarily because you're so perfect for each other. It could be, but it's more like you are on the same journey. Your experiences might be completely different. You might be completely different people, but there is something about this change that you're currently, this wave you're on, where you're just sort of like surfing, swimming in the same wave. And this is an unbelievable feeling, because they feel like you get them like no one else, and you feel like they just understand you like no one else. In their life as well, with Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, there's been someone who didn't want to let them go. It almost felt like they've been cornered or something like this previously, which is why they had to escape. Like, it's almost like I'm getting that this person is escaping someone who felt they would have. It's almost like that person from their past might have been like, listen, you're mine and only mine. That's it. I decided. So they felt entitled to them. And I feel like this person really showed their character when they're like, you think you were entitled to me? Yes, I was loyal to you, but guess what? No, like nothing is forever. I don't know why I'm hearing nothing is forever. So yeah, I'm getting like, let's see how it connects. We have here the Three of Cups. We have here the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's been something that I feel like was just changed here. It changed, and it's never going to be the same. But at the same time, for you and this person, it's almost like everything happened exactly in the most perfect way possible. Even all the issues, even all the problems, even all the things that seemed to be in the way actually just were perfect. Yeah, because they brought you to your wish fulfillment. That heartbreak that you had, that nasty situation. I feel like, I don't know why I want to say nasty situation. I don't know what it was. That situation they were in, it doesn't matter, because I feel like it ultimately led to somebody seeing the truth here. It's almost like I feel like their partner previously, or like somebody in their life they were previously or before, some kind of situation has revealed itself, and they will never be the same. Like, it's never going to be the same. But it could be in your life too, by the way, where somebody in your life who you're really trusted into, maybe were considering to be the person you want to be with, somebody has revealed their true colors and you're never going back there again, even though this person might try to get you back. But now it's like, you know, it's ultimately, where do we go from here, I guess? Let's see, where do we go from here? Because you do get your wish fulfillment, especially here with Knight of Cups. You definitely do. Where do you go from here? To love, King of Cups. Maybe you've had somebody before who offered you like practicality, stability. This could be on their end too, but you are really going towards love. Look at this, King of Cups to the Page of Cups. Really rediscovering what love means to you, the Hermit, after a period of feeling like no one will ever understand you. And we have here the Hermit and Wheel of Fortune. This is like Virgo, also Sagittarius energy. Look at this. I just said, right, you're going to love. You have the Lovers, literally. So yeah, it's like, I'm seeing like we are where no one can find us, but I don't know, why do you want to hide? Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Moon, Ace of Pentacles. There's something about this connection that feels like treasure. It's almost like you've endured so much. How they say, blood, sweat, and tears, something like that. You've endured so much to discover this treasure. You've attracted this into your life. You made somebody fall in love with you. And now it's almost like, how it's not like you need to worry about protecting it, but let me see, what do they want to say here? It's almost like, I don't know, it's like I'm hearing the lyrics, what is it, I get chills, they are multiplying. So it's like there's so much that's gonna come out of this. With Justice card, of course it needs to come out. Yeah, like if you're wondering about some contractual obligation, I feel like it's already over here. We have the Empress, Knight of Pentacles. These two cards always come up for you guys together if you haven't noticed it yet. And what do I always say about these cards? Empress and Knight of Pentacles is being that person who is stable, and neither the Empress nor the Nine of Pentacles are needing of certain outcome, or hoping of certain outcome. They are already there. They don't need to fight over anything because they already won. And that's what you need to embody, because with the Tower, yes, there's been, you will get the news of, I don't know, I feel like somebody's gonna move out of somewhere if they have not done so. 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, and you are really in this place where, let me see, 10 of Swords to the Magician. There is an ending, but you've known about this for a long time. Let me see, Page of Swords to 10 of Wands. Again, don't do more than what you need to. With the Star, your wish is fulfilled. Like, there is already a wish fulfillment. I feel like you don't need to overthink, you don't need to question, you don't even need to help anyone. Some of you are like, oh, how can I help my person to do this and that? You don't need to do anything. It's already, you know, it's already done. Look, it's already, I cannot make this up. Look at this, guys. The Star of the Two of Cups, it is already done. Like, it literally is already done. Anyway, let's take this to the extended, and look at this, the Sun at the bottom. Let's take this to the extended, looking at how all of this develops further. Again, there's, this reading is like, well, I guess you know what we'll do in the extended. We'll see also more, we'll look into more your abundance in general, any advice for you, and let's look at also from the perspective of your person, what you need to maybe be cautious of, things like this. I mean, we did super long reading here. Again, big energy is happening. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the extended. Link is going to be down below. Thank you guys so much for joining. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.